Hello student, today we'll go for the part 2 of the introduction to the engineering metrology. In this, we'll cover the accuracy and precision, factor affecting the accuracy, sensitivity, repeatability, reproducibility, magnification, and concept of calibration. And last one is the sources of error. Now, first term is the accuracy. Here I have shown a one job size whose diameter is 25 and tolerance is plus minus 0.01. Now, what is actually the accuracy? It is defined as an agreement of the measured value with the true value. Now, true value means which is a specified value. In this case, 25 is a specified value. And measured value means actual value measured by that instrument. Okay. Now, what we are done here, the true value is 25 and the measured value is, suppose we are getting 24.98. If I take a difference of these two, we'll get the 0.02. And this error is very less as the error goes on decreasing, right, or very less error is there, then we can say that the accuracy of that instrument will be more. Second example, if you take here, this is the dart board, and here there are three zones. One is the pink, green, and the yellow there. Suppose person is asked to strike the pink zone, but this pink zone is nothing but the true value, right? And if he should exactly in the pink zone, right, then we can say that it is accurate. So I think this from this diagram also it is very clear. Second is a precision. Now here also we have shown the dartboard there, and here you can observe all the dots or strikers, they are striking in the green zone and they are very close to each other, but they are away from the true value. Okay, means what actually I want to say here, see here, it is a repeatability of a measuring instrument, how close the measured values are each other. So these values are very close to each other, but they are away from the true value, means there is no relations with the true value. Now in this case, just by taking the single reading with the help of instrument, will never judge the precision of the instrument. So in that case, what we are doing, my friend, we are taking the number of readings. Here suppose 25 is the best, true value of that, and with the help of instrument, if I getting those 5 readings, and if I take the mean of all these readings, that value is 23.442. Now all the readings, whatever the readings you have taken, they are scattered about this 23.442. All the readings are near to or closer to this, but they are not closer to the 25. It means that if such is the case, then we can say that the instrument is highly precise. So there will be a no, again I'm repeating, there is no relation with the true value, but it is related to the mean value. Now again we will show a different cases here. If you see this dartboard, this is a target, and all these cross means whatever the we are shooting it, they are randomly, they are scattered somewhere else. Okay, means here there will be not a single cross is there, right? Means naturally there is no accuracy. In the precision, they are not closer to each other. All these cross are not close to each other, means the precision is also not there. Okay, suppose I take a second case there. In this case, see here, accuracy, not a single cross is there in the target, but if you see that all these 5 shoots are very close to each other, then we can say it is a precision. Suppose third case we'll see here. Can you see here, right, all the crosses are within this target, means accuracy is there, it is very clear, but here the precision is low. Why the precision is low here? Because all these cross are scattered, they are not close to each other. So that's why the precision is low here. Now, case 4 you can see here. Now, in this case, target is here and all the cross are very close to each other and it is within a target. And that's why we can see here the accuracy is high and also the precision is high. I think from this all these 4 example, it is very clear. Next is the difference. It is very easy now. In the first point, I have taken just the difference there. In second, accuracy is concerned with the true value. We have seen in the in previous slide also. Here, precision has no concern with the true value. ये भी मैंने आपको पहले ही बताया. Observation will scatter about the true value, and here the observation will scatter about the mean value. And it is difficult and expensive to achieve the great accuracy. Yes, to achieve the accuracy of any instrument is a very difficult task than the achieving the precision. Means precision is very easy to achieve. That is the meaning of that. Then factor affecting the accuracy. There are a number of factors here. We'll see first one, workpiece being measured. Now whatever the conditions are there, room conditions is there, it should be very neat and clean. If the proper inspection room is there or proper condition is there, neatness is there, then the accuracy will not affect. But if it is not proper, naturally it will get affected. Now measuring instrument. Yes, when you are using the instrument, there may be a play in the instrument, as in mostly in the mechanical instruments. Backlash is there. So in that case, the accuracy of that instrument get affected. Here we can see the human error. Yes, if you are not giving the proper training to the person one who handles that equipments, okay, or the instrument, naturally the human errors may introduce in the instruments indirectly. Environmental condition. Yes. Now see what happened. How environmental conditions should be a uniform. Okay, means wherever we are measuring that equipment, any job with that instrument, if you maintain a temperature of 20 degrees Celsius, then only the same reading will get repeated. If the temperature, there is a variation in the temperature, naturally the thermal expansion will take place and the accuracy will get affected. Now sensitivity. Yes, this is I will first show you these 2 instruments, and this is a millivoltmeters or voltmeter we can see here. And here I put a very good example here. Now if the sensitivity of this voltmeter is 1 millivolt, and if you apply the potential difference of 1 millivolt, the display moves. What it means if I apply a 1 millivolt, then only this pointer will deflect. Otherwise it will not show the deflection. Even if you see here, this is a electronics, right? Electronics voltmeter here, and if I give a 1 millivolt, then only the display will move or it will show the reading. But if it is less than, if I give an input less than the 1 millivolt, then these pointer will not show any deflection. Means the sensitivity is not there in that instrument. Here means, what is the meaning here? The ratio of change in output of an instrument. Change in output means this pointer will get deflect when a smallest change in the input. What is the smallest change as per this example? It should be a 1 millivolt. Okay, so 1 millivolt if you give, then only that pointer will deflect, and we can say that the instrument is sensitive. So next is the repeatability. Here again, I will clear it with the example. I have taken the shaft and the vernier. Now what happened here? In this case, instrument is same, person is also same, right? And environmental condition is also same. And if that instrument will give the same output, then we can see the repeatability of that measuring instruments. Next is the reproducibility. Here also I will explain you by using some example. Now, here I have taken the three different instruments: micrometer, vernier, and the dial gauge. Now, here the conditions are different, means different observer are there, different methods we are using, different instruments we are using, and environmental condition is also different. But still, if that equipment gives the same readings, okay, it is very close to the agreed value, then we can say that it gives the reproducibility of that instruments. Next is the magnifications. It is very easy there. Even from this sketch, if you see the through the naked eyes, we come to that it is not visible. But as the magnification goes on increasing, it is more visible and visible. Means with the help of optical that magnifier is that we are using for the magnification. So it is very easy to read the any readings. So that's why we are saying that magnification means increasing the magnitude of output many times, it make it more readable. Yeah. So but how we are magnifying, there are different ways. By mechanical means also, means by using the gear mechanism or a lever mechanism. Optical means magnifications. When you're talking about the electrical, mostly the amplifiers we are using, right? So like that, we can use the different means to magnify it. Next is the very important concept is the calibration. So when we know that when we are measuring a job, we are saying that yes, we are inspecting it. But when you want to check the instrument, then the terms we are using the calibration. Now in this calibration, here we calibration is a pre-measurement process generally carried out by the manufacturer. When we are putting the instrument, right, naturally the accuracy may get affected due to the continuous use of that instrument. If you want to calibrate, in that case means ultimately we are framing the scale of that instrument. How we are framing the scale here? I have taken the one example. Micrometer, I am doing the calibration of the micrometer. For that, I have taken the here the masterpiece as a slip gauge. Now size of that slip gauge is 15 and the micrometer is also giving the same reading. Means this instrument is not get affected after using for the number of times. Means I'm trying to calibrate that equipment. Now the frequency of this calibration mostly depend upon the or schedule, I can say the schedule of that calibration depends upon the frequency of the instrument used. Here, first, again, error and sources of error in the measurement. Error is nothing but the difference between the measured value and the true value. We have already discussed on this. As per the sources of error is concerned, there are two major sources of error. One is the controllable and other one is the random error. In controllable error, as the name suggests, means it can be easily controllable or it can be easily detected. Here, these errors are identified and reduced. And if attempts are made to analyze, means if you do the proper analysis, we can reduce it. That is the meaning of that. Uh, in controllable errors are mainly due to the four reasons. One is the calibration error, environmental error, stylus pressure, parallax error. When I'm talking about the calibration error, these errors are caused due to the variation in the calibration scale from the standards, I can see. When I'm talking about the environmental condition, means here, if you measure a job within a 20 degrees Celsius, which is a standard, then the whatever the readings we are taking will repeatedly give the same results. There will be a no change in the reading. But as the temperature changes, there may be a variation in the readings. So that's why it has been suggested that in a 20 degrees Celsius, you should measure the component. The stylus pressure. Uh, if, uh, if the pressure applied on the job is more than the required, naturally the shape of that job may get destroyed, and the dimension which occurs will be also different. So this can be controllable if you apply a proper pressure of the stylus on the job. Fourth is the parallax error. here also we are measuring a job with a scale, and three peoples, or I can say the inspectors, they are judging it. The first, they are giving the answer as 18.2, second 20, and third is 21.5. Means here the different readings are occurring. Why? Because of the parallax error. So this can be avoidable. Random error. No, as the name indicate, random means is randomly occur, means the whatever the errors are there, it is very difficult to detect, or it is accidentally occur here. So in this case, if I take a example of this vernier here, uh, slight displacement of the jaws we are seeing, means if there is a play between these two jaws, right, which will be randomly occur, but it's very difficult to even detect sometimes, and it is very difficult to remove. Then the fluctuation of the instrument due to the friction. See here, this is the moving jaw which moves over this frame. So naturally the friction between these two will takes place, and again this error will be very difficult to remove. Such error is called again a random error. And last one is the operator error in reading the scale. Naturally, that operator itself is reading the wrong reading from that scale. So here we have discussed a lot of important parameters there. So thank you, my friend.